A question I have. When...
Clemency?
Are these
Never heard of it.
stacked in a particular order? Like wind has a more weight than whatever that is? Or is it just these weigh the same much, these weigh the same much? So either way, no matter what element you use, it has the same reaction? I'm not quite sure how it works. I always thought they were stacked, so I always try to do the first element. But
Time to twirl!
if they're not stacked, then that's just a waste of effort.
This is gonna hurt.
You know, I'm doing unnecessary work.
Past victories don't guarantee future ones.
Are you Pamela?
Oh,
Pamela!
oh, holy mackerel, you scared the stars out of me. You took your time.
I came here as fast as I could. Are you gossip monger?
That's right. I'm the one you're looking for.
You knew I was looking for you?
Of course. Not only did I know you were coming, but I also know why.
I came to ask you something.
You want to know who Richard Know-It-All from the Heritor Group is, don't you?
Yep. How did you know?
If I didn't even know that, could I really call myself gossip monger? I'm a businesswoman, and we play by our own rules. If you want the scoop, you have to pay the price.
I saved you, right?
Certainly not. I have a very clear notion of how much different favors cost.
Okay, well, offset me saving you against the cost of this favor.
I don't have any particular hobbies. I do indulge in a little tittle-tattling here and there, not to
don't say.
mention admiring of a certain scientist.
What?
And now here you are, vanquishing monsters left, right, and center. I heard you're with the Astral Express.
That is correct.
How fortunate. As it happens,
Oh.
I'm a huge fan of Himiko. An amalgamation of beauty and brains. The epitome of a graceful and gentle scientist.
So...
Can you help me take a high-def portrait photo of Himiko smiling? Please?
how am I gonna get her to smile?
Make sure you capture her electrifying smile. The one that stuns people into a trance. That 1,000,000-volt smile.
I don't know how to get her to smile. Do you have a request that's more normal? This is a strange request. Alright, though it'll probably be my funeral.
I appreciate young, brave, talented people like yourself.
Oh, super. She doesn't even care that I might lose life or limb.
Beautiful, dazzling, electrifying portrait shot of Himiko in exchange for the secret behind Richard Know-It-All. Send the picture over when you have it. I'm always fair when it comes to haggling.
Okay. This sounds challenging. New message. In the group chat. Something's up, guys. What? The security department looked down the area around the special purpose lab. I heard there were remnants of Legion. Not just that, the Fragmentum too. Fragmentum? At the space station? Are you sure? I'm looking through the security tapes. It looks like the Fragmentum is a minor one, but there seems to be monsters there that can only come from the Fragmentum. My goodness, I've only seen samples before, but never a real live Fragmentum. I could take a peek then. See you guys later. Curiosity kills the cat. Someone like you wouldn't stay alive for more than 15 minutes in a movie. None of your dang business. Blocked. Blocked. Why don't you two just get married already? Here, Marco. This is not my fault. Do not take it up with me. Speak with Himiko and obtain her consent to take a picture. Oh, I'm getting your consent. I was totally going to take a non-consensual photo of you. Huh? Speak with... Is she supposed to be somewhere else? Oh, Himiko's aboard the space station. Sorry, wrong Himiko.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Didn't realize I had to do a specific Himiko. Sheesh. Okay, now can I receive your consent?
Did you find Gossip Monger?
Consent, please.
What did she say?
She wants your picture in exchange for information. She made a very Himiko-centric proposal.
I knew she was weird.
Oh, wait till you hear it. You said you were friends. What level of beauty filter do you want for your photo?
There are many types of friend. She's the type you can only stay friends with if you never meet her.
Yeah, no, that's a very fair assessment.
It's okay. It's just a picture. I don't mind. Go ahead.
Okay, we're gonna be up close and personal. Now don't forget to smile. Save. Well, actually, I didn't need to save it for it to. Ah, well. Same.
Let me see. Hey, you're pretty good.
Huh? What are you taking pictures of?
March 7th may have rubbed off on me.
Why do you sound so nervous all of a sudden? Suspicious.
I didn't expect to see you here. Didn't you say you were really busy?
I am. The Legion has only just retreated. The station is in absolute shambles.
I still think this is super pretty.
Now, any progress in rebuilding things has been ruined by the reappearance of the Fragmentum.
Oh. An active Stellaron is rarely a cause for celebration. What did Herta say about the Fragmentum's appearance?
You know what she's like. It's like nothing's happened. She's just sitting back and giving orders. If there's time later, I want to talk to you both in more detail about this. You're the Fragmentum experts, after all.
Anytime.
I need to go. Someone's taken my family encryption key. You know, the one I used to withdraw my allowance? I need to get to the bottom of it.
Isn't that illegal? Someone's literally stolen your credit card and is using it to buy things with your money. That's super illegal. You don't seem overly concerned about this problem. Someone's withholding her encryption key.
That might be the whistleblower's so-called evidence. Looks like you don't have much time to lose.
Alrighty. Image sent. Oh my, Himiko really is beautiful. It would have been nicer if we could have seen the picture here. Ho ho, I'm going to print this out as a wallpaper and hang it in my room so that I can look at it all day. Right, I said I was going to give you Richard Know-It-All's identity, didn't I? He's Richard from the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. This information is guaranteed to be authentic. He's a business rival after all, so his real name is actually Richard. I mean, I told you it was. Yes, he's a tall and thin man with black-rimmed glasses and a slanted fringe. Fringe! You don't hear that word a lot, because Americans destroy it with bangs. This guy had just been chased out by his own department, so he's always hanging around at the reception hall. That inside scoop that he has, I know all about it too. You want to hear about it? The same terms of our deal still apply. Himiko. Fine, I'll get it myself. More messages. Okay, so where are we going? To the middle hall, the reception center. Tall, thin, glasses, fringe. Male. Tall, thin, glasses, fringe. Hold up. Oh my god. Well, they said slanted fringe. You don't have a slanted fringe. You do.
You are? And you are?
Are you Richard Know-It-All? Are you the one who started the rumor about Asta?
Rumors? More like a formal complaint. So, you're here about the lead researcher's corruption. Anything for a good story, huh? I don't get it. You people live your lives for gossip.
I didn't invite myself to the chat room, sir.
Wouldn't it be better to apply that drive to your research? Madam Herta would be delighted to see everyone working so hard.
Hand over Asta's encryption key.
What encryption? Have you been reading too many novels? You think there's some hidden heir on this space station with keys to the family coffers? Less fantasizing, more researching. Got it? All right, you want the scoop? Fine. I've backed it all up anyway. Here, take it. And let it be known that I, Richard Know-It-All, do not spread rumors. This is the receipt. See the title on this purchase order? That's what I call substantive evidence.
Is the source of this document reliable?
Of course it is. If I had any doubt, I'd have kept it quiet. I had picked it up a few days ago when I was collecting a package. I saw a few receipts requiring the lead researcher's signature. The security department's head honcho, Arlen, he left pretty quickly when he saw him. We all know he's on her side anyway. So I had a peek, and whoa, she's buying equipment for the space station under her own name. I've got her now.
She's allowed to do that, you know. This is no evidence at all.
Jeez, do I really have to break it down for you?
Apparently.
The space station has its own financial procedures. As long as the purchase is for the space station, no matter how big or small, it has to go through the organizational account using the station's allocated funds.
I'm sure there's no rule that says that somebody can't just purchase their own shit for the station.
The payer here is her private account. She's totally embezzling station funds for herself.
I still don't understand your point.
I'm so disappointed, so hurt. She looks like a sweet enough girl, but not only did she fail to repay Madame Herta for promoting her, she even stooped to this. I was so angry, I was shaking. I broke out in a cold sweat.
You sound a little unhinged, a little obsessed, and you really ought to take a long hard look at yourself. Have you ever considered that maybe she paid for it herself?
That amount of money? Herself? Who do you think she is? Fleming's daughter? Anyway, now you know everything, so leave me alone. I still need to write a report about this for Madame Herta.
Seems like it's all just a scare.
Seems like this guy's
But
an
it's
idiot.
easy to make rumors and hard to dispel them. I better let Asta know.
She's going to be devastated when she finds everybody's been gossiping about her and her finances.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Lol, some young brat just came up to me. Yo, Rich. Rich, what about your scoop? Everyone wants to know when you're going to reveal it. Soon, soon. Remember the youngster I just mentioned? That brat came up to me to ask about this too. Once I showed my irrefutable evidence, even they had to shut. The one who came to find you was the person who fought off the Legion's Doomsday Beast. You don't say. Oh? I saw it on the monitors too. This person also defeated the Fragmentum monsters back at the Special Purpose Lab. Oh dear. Looks like you've run into a big shot, Rich. Ha! He left the group chat. Rich? Rich, are you there? He's an idiot. And he's about to get his ass handed to him.
You can't waste money like this. This isn't wasting money. The IPC's budget is so stringent and, the process takes so long. By the time my application would have gone through, too much time would have been wasted. Do you know how much hardware was destroyed when the Legion attacked? And how many cables are currently out of order on the station? How is it my fault when I'm spending my own money to solve everyone else's problems? Give my encryption key back.
I won't.
Who gave you the right to tell me what to do with my
Oh,
money?
that's right. We knew that Arlen had her key. I don't remember how we know this, but we did know this. Yes. I recall.
You did.
I might have done that, but this doesn't count as wasting money.
How is it not wasting money? We lost that finding device you bought during the Legion's invasion. All you had to do was check the inventory, and we could have replaced it. Why did you make a new order?
Because it's quicker.
And that Starnaut fleet from the last time?
Starnaut?
I did make an order, but it didn't go through. I was just trying to improve security measures to make sure attacks like this don't happen again. If the money wasn't spent, then it doesn't count. Anyway, are you here for something?
Nothing as important as what you were just discussing. That's a very abrupt way to change the topic.
Please, tell me why you're here.
Tell her about Richard's actions.
So, you think Richard was the one who stole my encryption key. So he was the one who started the rumors. Huh. That fits.
It feels like she's not surprised.
I'll deal with that immediately. Please don't worry, Miss Asta.
Yeah, go. Wait! Leave the encryption key here.
That's a separate issue. We'll talk about the encryption key later.
How can you...
But where's the follow-up? Asta's become a visitor to the Express. You might come across Asta when you return to it. So that's an Asta side quest, technically speaking. Yeah, but we didn't really get the outcome of that. I don't feel. Richard didn't get his comeuppance, and the truth wasn't known. I feel like I haven't fully explored that. Stella, it's been a while. Yeah, it's because I don't like you. Recently, a videotape was reported to have been stolen, but the elderly researcher from the Department of Insight, who was in charge of it, is a bit stubborn. She insists that the footage contains sensitive material and refuses to let the security department get involved to conduct any investigation. He left a good impression on the old heads of the department and quite a positive reputation among the elderly here. If you go to investigate, I'm sure the seniors will cooperate. Missing full stops, but we'll ignore that. Sure. How did I ever become the go-to gal for the elderly? Nice, you could count on you. The old lady's name is Esther. You can find her in the master control zone. Right now I'm busy taming this wababoo at the moment. So, talk to you later. The first sentence, are you being sarcastic? I'll get mad if you don't reply. Guide to Paradox. She's over there somewhere. Oh, I have to go up. Okay, sorry. Hello, old lady. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Are you exercising? 3? You see? 3 are missing. Gotta find those videotapes. I know I am right about this. I may be getting old. I may have forgotten all about the eons, but I keep track of the number of these tapes like my life depends on it. Kid, you came just in time. Do you mind talking to me, looking at me when I talk to you? If you have time, go find them for me. If you don't, then I suppose I'll have to get help from those old farts. Videotapes? The videotapes in the space station are different from ordinary ones. They are recordings of wonders and mysteries you won't find anywhere. Because of this, they need to be looked after by specialized personnel. This is a great learning opportunity for you. You should count yourself lucky. Okay, let's not trouble those elderly people. Good. We don't see many accommodating young fellows like you nowadays. However, I have to remind you that the producers of these videotapes have implanted some defense mechanisms to help protect their secrets. If you are not careful when touching the videotapes, the best case scenario is you will feel a little dizzy, and the data transfer may be forcibly interrupted. Worst case scenario, it may cause abnormal behaviors, hallucination, and paranoia, eventually leading to memory and consciousness disorders. Jesus, and you want me to go after them? It's a trap. Not so much of a trap, it's just a result of the constant arms race between the researchers vying to be the best at what they do. They simply used a certain kind of technology to turn away those deemed unworthy from accessing information. Malicious baits are deeply embedded in the information by means of flashing visual stimuli and inaudible ultrasound waves, thus manipulating the subconscious to inflict harm on the subject. Consciousness, pre-consciousness, and subconsciousness, self, ego, and superego, imagination, symbolism, reality, and so on. The labyrinth of the human mind is a compulsory subject that almost all space station researchers are proficient in. I'm guessing someone took advantage of a Legion's invasion and snatched the videotapes when the master control zone was unguarded. There are no burrowing records indicating that the suspect is unwilling to expose their identity. There was no sign of damage indicating that they were not trying to destroy these videotapes but to view their secret within. The device for playing those videotapes is located in the safe area of the supply zone. If you go there, you might find some clues. Okay. Screen lights up. The supply zone is wide open, but the spacecraft is still under control. The faint glimmers from neutrino explosions stain the platform a shade of yellow. In the disturbing silence, you hear increasingly rapid breathing. Breathe. Run. Open the hatch, lock the navigation interface, and move on to the next one, until you are stopped by a pair of hands. They belong to a young geopolitics researcher with eyes like an eagle's. Eagle Castle's been destroyed, he says. This is the most direct proof of the power of the eons. In the face of the destruction of the planet, the justice sought by men is laughably insignificant. He lowers his voice. Now that the cosmic route is blocked by that thing, there's no chance you can rush back to your home planet to sound the alarm before the Antimatter Legion arrives. If you do that, you'll be intercepted along the way by some evil monster with nothing but the desires to destroy. Promise me, don't go back to die. Stay here, continue our research. The next second, the researcher is pushed aside and an intact aircraft can be seen behind him. Amidst the noise of liftoff, you hear the geopolitics researcher shout out a name as though you've heard it before on the radio. Sorry, a tired voice comes through from the noisy radio. The space station chose to remain neutral in the invasion by the Legion. No reinforcements will arrive. If you can, please return as soon as possible according to the scheduled route. Do you hear me? It seems that this is not the first time the Legion played the bad guys. A researcher once left the space station with information. Intermittently, a name is repeated on the cosmic radio. No answer. Take out the videotape. Okay. Excuse me. Coming through. The camera's on the white table of a conference room. The camera centers on the white table in the conference room and begins to shake slightly. The scene is dense and noisy. Then, a majestic voice starts reading a report about the establishment of the Herta Department of Galactic Geopolitics. The voice says that when the will of the Eons is regarded as a standard, the will of man will withdraw from history accordingly. The problem is that our world favors the Eons, who can reap power from their paths. Here, the strong get to make the rules and power defines justice. What the Department of Galactic Geopolitics wants to oppose is the status quo of the strong ruling over the weak. Those rights and interests ignored by the Eons will be upheld by us. Those who are trampled will receive our help. We are committed to rebuilding the value of justice for humans in the galaxy. This is the proposal of the two founders, Gun Konolev and Sheila Nova. For the voice finishes, there is already applause and jeers in the conference room. So they are the Konolevs of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. During this passionate event, you see countless handshakes in front of the camera until you hear someone call out a name. Sheila, a powerful voice calls out, accompanied by background noises that are hard to separate from it, as if inextricably intertwined. This is the most direct proof of the power of the Eons. In the face of the destruction of the planet, the justice sought by men is laughably insignificant. While you struggle to distinguish the name Sheila, you are drowned out by the murmurs in the background. The end of the video seems to be blurry. Those two geopolitics are familiar. Suddenly you get a splitting headache, forcing you to give up the thought. I'm reading this and I'm taking none of it in. Really? The point of view appears to be falling into empty space without beginning or end. The camera eventually gets focused. Now you're looking at the vast hinterland of the universe through a standard issue navigation visor. In the distance is a bright blue dot, like a condensed water droplet. You recognize it as the Herta space station. The next second, crystallized cracks spread silently across the screen. The dim blue flickers, monsters spread all over the sky, and the silent planet begins to crack slowly apart. Then comes the flashback, from a baby crying in the cradle, to the joyous laughter and the resentment in teenage years, and the space station's cold reflection before the final departure. They say your life flashes before your eyes at the final moment of your life. This video undoubtedly records the last moments of a deceased person's life. You struggle to pull yourself out of the immersive dark mud. All you hear is intermittent cosmic radio. Since we're calling a name you cannot hear clearly. This ship feels dangerous. It is still calling the name you cannot hear clearly. These videotapes seem to be related. They seem to be records of different stages of life of the same person. A space radio called Sheila pursued justice for a doomed planet geopolitics researcher. The sentences in your mind suddenly become broken and disordered. I was about to say that made absolutely no sense. The dark cabin gradually becomes distorted and strange. You get a splitting headache and then lose consciousness. Oh dear. Sucks to be me. Am I going to wake up where I'm sitting, or am I going to wake up in the medical bay? Medical bay. This is... You're Joanne? I remember now. The medical cabin of Herta space station. You fit... Oh! I remember the personality shift now. We went here to observe her. Yeah, I remember. You fainted because of contact with improper information. Can you tell me what information you have been exposed to? The life of a deceased, the life of a geopolitics researcher, the life of someone who fought against the Legion. Also the life of a person named Sheila. Whatever it is, I have cleared the mental contamination for you. Now, you better go for a walk and see if you have any other symptoms. Come with me. I don't trust you, Joanne. You're the source of the mimetic virus or whatever it was. Emergency resolved. Now let's continue. So problem this time? Well, I seem to keep forgetting things lately. I've told you many times before that it is very normal to forget things sometimes. No, I've been forgetting basic things like my birthday, who my friends are, or how I come to the space station. Fine, just to reassure you, I will give you a full body scan using the capsule treatment module this time. There's nothing wrong with your physical functions. On the contrary, they're a little too perfect. Of course, that's your gift. After all, having a talent is not an unusual occurrence, and your talent seems to be your physical health. So in turn, it's only fair that you might have a poor memory. With such a perfect physical condition, I better keep this on file. Let me make a record of this. What's your name? Oh yes, Dr. Joanne, my name is Sheila Nova. Sheila Nova, that's the name mentioned in the video. No, Joanne, it's definitely not ordinary forgetfulness. It's like someone stole my memories overnight. Maybe you had a run-in with the memo snatcher. It's good to have your embarrassing memories stolen. I have some questions that may help you remember. Oh, we have a memory expert here, do we? I'd like to see what treatment you can come up with that even the medical staff don't know. Are you the founder of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics? Have you ever had a lover or a husband? Have you ever left the space station? Answers to these questions don't match the videos at all. No, ma'am. I'm just a guide in the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. I'm responsible for passing on the rules made by the big shots in the space station. I'm flattered by your question, though. No, ma'am. I've never left the space station since I was born. I don't think I'll leave the space station until my soul returns to the galaxy. But the thing is that if she's lost these memories, she's not going to remember these things, is she? So, memory expert, aren't you going to cast your memory restoration spell? You sound like you're doing a survey. And what's with these videos? These videos are records of Sheila's past. As far as I know, all these videos are records of someone's personal experience. You mean those videos you saw are backups of research Sheila's life? Can you elaborate on what you saw? You describe what was shown in the videos. That's horrible. I don't remember any of these things. It's like listening to someone else's life. I'll try to sort it out for you guys. So, in the videos, Sheila is the founder of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics, and she left the space station and died on the way back to her home planet to warn its inhabitants about the invasion of the Legion, which doesn't match this person in front of us at all. Maybe it's someone with the same name? The Department of Galactic Geopolitics has registered the names of all its staff. I'm sure there's no one with the same name as me in the database. How come you remember this so well? It's very strange. There's also an image that I remember very clearly above all else. Rows of security monitors loom within a dark room. The scene goes on forever without a beginning or an end. It's as though someone forced this image into my mind, but at the same time, it feels like a complete memory. Ma'am, since fate has brought us together, I have a request. Please help me get to the place of my memories and find those security monitors. I have a hunch that if I can just find those security monitors, everything will become clear. She sounds mysterious. What if you can't find this place at all? What if it's just your imagination? If you can't find this room at all, then maybe I am losing my mind. I don't even know where to look. Head to the room from Sheila's. How do I even know where it is? It seems a bit unrealistic that I magically know where this room is, since I can't even see it. It's not like I have a videotape of that. Oh, hello. Sheila's memory is correct. This place is exactly how she described it. Can you turn around, please? I need to get to that other room. I think. Find the security monitor in Sheila's memory. There is nothing on the screen. It doesn't seem to be the security monitor Sheila was talking about. Sheila's character script, written by Gun Konolev. Sheila's character information. Introduction. Sheila Nova, guide of the Herder Department of Galactic Geopolitics, is the child of two unidentified justice researchers from the space station. Her parents were both killed in the war against the Lord Ravager's destruction of her home planet, Miniatur. Gun Konolev has raised her since her birth. She's gotten a proper and comprehensive education in the field of justice and has made it her mission to propagate the moral ideals of the Department of Galactic Geopolitics. 1. Notes, such a fabrication seems so pathetic in contrast to her real life. She is always righteous and proper in her conduct, and she is never pessimistic in the face of injustice. Her code of conduct will be passed down to future generations. She runs thought experiments on ethics in the space station on a regular basis. Okay. Sheila's dialogue lines. Are you like a machine or something? 1. Smiles. My name is Sheila Nova. 2. Elegantly. I am only a guide in the Department of Galactic Geopolitics, in charge of enforcing the regulations established by the space station's leaders on a regular basis. 3. Enthusiastically. I pledge myself to the Department of Galactic Geopolitics and to justice itself, with my health, dreams, and greatest passions. 4. Sad. I have never left the space station since my birth. I don't think I'll leave the station until my soul returns to the galaxy. The script is exactly what Sheila said when she answered my questions. Tell Sheila about a secret you found. Is someone watching her writing her dialogues, or is someone controlling her speech?